Oh, hello, hello, here I am. We are finally, I know we are a couple of days late, but we're going to talk about the fourth and final night out in Colorado, the final show of the summer for the band. And we just got to get right into it here. While there was some things going on in the second set, this first set was possibly my favorite set of the entire summer. Certainly, I think my favorite first set, I would say. And we had like I'm usually like Wilson, Martian Monster. Maybe we could go real big, like Fluffhead. That's the kind of openers that I'm looking for, and are like, that's the best stuff to open with. And then they come along and they open with a dog log, and then that catches me as like, you know what? This was also a near perfect opener. Gets people excited in a different way than one of those just rockin' openers were. I hadn't played since 2012, 400 and something shows, and a song that everybody likes, has a history, it's silly, just again, a near perfect opener. So, way to go there. And for what was a near perfect set, really, now Fluffhead had some trouble, okay? Fluffhead also had some great moments. So then we get Runaway Jim, like kind of the unofficial, almost felt like maybe Doglog was a late addition with the Moma dance being at the 3 spot. Runaway Jim feels like a natural as an opener, it feels like a natural anywhere, really. But so I do wonder with the Doglog Jim Moma dance if Doglog was not a late addition. Or maybe there's like, look, we don't have to play Moma dance a second song every night. Tonight it was in the 3 spot. Runaway Jim probably was there, and it wasn't just a token opener. I wonder if on YouTube if you got both Doglog and Jim, got the dog special. I don't know. I had to go back and look. Is that even still up? I don't know. I actually never checked that. Actually, I should see that. I want to see Trey singing Doglog, and I like it. He was like, "Let's take it around one time." Like real serious song there. And then, so after the Moma dance, we get into my friend, and once again, my friend proving that, yep, we are going to jam this thing out every time now, I guess. And it had much of a joyful sound. Even Trey screaming about a knife in like a pleasant, happy, joyful way. His knife, his knife. He just seemed real happy. I don't know. Seemed a little bit. All right, let's get back to it here, Where were we? We were at the joyful part where Trey's screaming about a knife and my friend. And unfortunately did not have the proper my friend ending. So then we get into Tube, and it is just kind of continued with that joyous fun. And Mike kind of really took off in the My Friend jam. Mike, maybe Mike's the reason that jam took off. I mean, they were going to jam it out, I'm sure. But then same thing happened in the brief Tube. Trey having more fun, screaming about science. Science. So blinded me by science, I suppose. Some quotes from that song. And then we get into Fluffhead. Fluffhead with a nice tease of its own, as you may have heard. I think Trey's off to see King Gizzard. I'm not the only one. There's other Phish fans there as well. Trey is like, all right, man, we're wrapping up the final night, and I bet he's in Minneapolis tonight. Probably going to be in Milwaukee tomorrow. Maybe he'll wait maybe he's just going to stay out west. Wait for him to come out there. All right, enough about Trey on King Gizzard tour. And like I said, or maybe I didn't say, the Fluff had a little bit of trouble. While this was really a near perfect set, almost an A+. Still got a high A. I mean, if you can get like a 96 out of 100 and still get an A+, then this was an A+. Fluffhead, kind of like like McGrupp, which they killed it earlier this year, crushed it in a good way. It was like there's a lot of rooms for mistakes there, and if you make one, the whole thing could go off the rails for a moment. And that sort of happened in Fluffhead. There was one rough spot, but then the good spots, the parts that I'm really there for, absolutely, they did not. It was not Flubhead in that case. And then, of course, it has the big ending, and that is not the end of the stay. They follow that up with this kind of nasty stash. I have a little bit of a snake charmer feel to it, which is, that's normal for stash, but this one maybe a little extra good. Into yet another awesome life-saving gun, just like a huge set ender. Felt like a big celebration. Almost felt like, boy, if this had ended the second set. But, boy, capping off, like I said again, I've got to repeat it, a near-perfect first set. The choice of songs for me, personally, I like almost every single one of those songs. Songs they usually, play very well. They play them quite often, other than Doglog. So, if not the best first set, probably almost for sure the best first set. One of the, in contention for one of the best sets overall in the whole summer, I think, maybe. Then we get into the second set, Set Your Soul Free, or Prince Caspian actually opened the thing. Then they just kind of run through it. It is just to get us into Tweezer, maybe? No, it's coming. Calm down. That Tweezer light piper never happened, unfortunately. But we did get a Set Your Soul Free, which, you know, kind of like its brother-in-law there, Soul Planet. It usually delivers something. And while this, like, you know, it's like I listening to it, I was like, well, this is just okay. This was the big one of the night. You know, it had more of a darker feel to it. Not this, we just got through the big joyous celebration, perhaps, in the first set. So now a little bit of a darker tone in the Set Your Soul Free, and it was like, then I just uploaded it to YouTube earlier. I watched it again there. I'm guessing if you were there, it was probably most enjoyable. Because listening to it, it was just okay. And then watching it, I was like, okay, this has some moments. Once again, Mike involved in a lot of those moments. And then, so I imagine if you were there live for it, it was probably, maybe it was the big part of the night for you. Then we get into that Tweezer and Light. Tweezer takes a while, but finally it does have a bit of a crescendo before, but not a ton going on before that. They ramped it up, but maybe not like high level A plus Tweezer into Light, and then Light takes this shift into like a little bit of a repetitive, almost a darker, harder sound. A little bit of that, quite a bit of that going on tonight, really. And then after that, you know, really to Set Your Soul Free, I guess, through Tweezer and Light was kind of it. The summer is wrapping up. Almost the first set really felt like maybe how the second set normally would have felt. Although they did cap it with a Slave to the Traffic Light, the set that is, not the show. And then we got back-to-back More and Character Zero, the Howling in there, trying to, you know, giving the crowd one last moment to have their fun and get involved for the summer. And then the second big long shot of the night, we started with Dog Log, and now the encore is going to start with Sabotage, again, over 400 and something shows. And then a Tweezer reprise after that. The Sabotage was fun. The Tweezer reprise more fun. And they gave it a little, you know, ending everything. It does have a little extra spice than one that you just might get mid-tour. Had a little bit of fun with that one. Gave it a little extra effort. And it was a proper Tweezer reprise and cool way to cap off the entire summer. And yeah, man, overall, I still just it's weird that the final show had a great first set, and then it took them this long. While they delivered many great sets this summer, but I think now that it's all said and done, I was like, that was my favorite set. You know, I immediately wanted to listen to it again, and mostly because the first on the live Phish app, man, sometimes not great when you're on the road, especially you're out by O'Hare Airport, and then the live Phish app keeps crashing on you. It's not doing good things for that tube. All right, guys, boom. Thanks for tuning in all summer. I feel like I've thanked and said all that enough. I appreciate it, certainly, but I don't want to just turn into one of them YouTubers at every video. It's like, hey, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Now, really, make sure you do that. But I do want to thank everybody, new people, people that are loyal, been around, everybody that made picks all summer. I know Spud had a big end. I actually finally had a big night at the end. I did not track everybody's, but I'm sure as you get closer and closer to the end, and then the final night, I missed out on the Piper. That was a little wishful thinking. All right, who cares about my picks? We're out of here. Boo. But thank you for everybody that played along. And this is it. This is not it. You know, there's more to come soon, hopefully. Hopefully, rumors. But we'll see. Better hurry up with that, you know, if it's going to happen, you know, any day now. New Year's Eve for sure. Some of you I will not see until then. Others I will see you soon. I don't know if I want to talk about this King Gizzard show, though. You know, am I really going to get on here and be like, you know, yeah, actually, guys, Murder of the Universe is a pretty brilliant album. I don't know if I want to get on YouTube and say that. As true as it may be, Digital Black. Boom, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Don't be strangers. Hey, stranger.